What's up, guys? How you doing? It's your boy Rodney Burton coming to you guys straight from the basement. And I want to be the first one to thank you guys for tuning in to Frank Calabro's live channel, PlanetMillionaire.com. Um, we have the pleasure of having three great partners here. Myself, Rodney Burton, Jamison Palmer, and the great Frank Calabro Jr. We're all here right now to go live and teach you guys some strategies, our reason why, what's going on, hit some points, some updates of the event that just happened over the weekend. I don't know if you guys know, but one of the great marketing experts of them all time, James and Partner, is a actual partner of mine as well. He's on here. We have the all-around great Frank Calabro Jr. He goes without introduction. We don't need to introduce him. He's like one of the biggest, most fabulous marketers online, and he will be going over a lot of his strategies, the reason why he chose USI, because he does not really just go into programs with just anybody. So he did his own due diligence, his own marketing, and now he's here to explain to you guys what he feels about USI and what he's doing to put in over 3,000 directs as well. That is people he actually got in with him personally. Okay, so I don't know where James just went. So Frank, we'll start with you.
Yeah, man, I think we lost Jameson. He'll pop on here in a moment. And, if you guys are tuning in here for the first time, or maybe you've been around for a little while, this is our first hangout. And we're definitely going to get a lot more organized and gain a lot more traction. And we're going to start, Jameson and I have been talking about this for a couple of weeks, is putting a live presence to this thing, because this is really where the conversions come in place. Yeah, it's true. I've sponsored thousands of people already in a very short period of time, actually 104 days, which is pretty insane, guys. That even exceeds, all of my records. I've sponsored over 3,300 people into a single offer before, but that was done over 580 days. Okay. That was done over really a long duration of time. And that speaks volumes, because you think about this, over 3,800 people have teamed up with me personally in the last 104 days. Why is that, guys? What is so special about what we're doing? Well, it must be something, because it's in high demand, because people are coming in droves. And, Jameson and I had a conversation the other night, and we were talking, and I said to Jameson, I said, think about this, man. How many times during our lifetime, will a new form of currency, present itself? And think about that, guys. This is new money, man. I mean, this is brand new money. And yes, it's been around since 2009, but it's just now hitting the social media. And, the thing about social media, guys, is it can make things go viral, because what we do as marketers, as professional advertisers, is we create viral content. We have networks of people through distribution on all of our social media channels, and we can pass this information out. We can make anything go mainstream collectively. And we're really at the infancy stages of cryptocurrency, even though, yes, it's been around for years now, 6-7 years such, but it's still the beginning, guys. And we're catching this at the perfect time. Now, how I got involved back last year, I was asking Jameson, I said, Jameson, I'm looking for a Bitcoin multiplier, man. Do you have anything? Do you know about anything? He says, well, I'm researching some things, but I'll let you know when we find something, because I was looking for something for a while, a Bitcoin multiplier, and I've seen several things, but nothing I wanted to get involved in. And what I was doing, and I started this like last year around November timeframe, October timeframe, I was just buying Bitcoin and holding it. That's all I was doing. And I was buying a few $1,000s a month worth of Bitcoin. And great thing about it was Bitcoin was only like $700, $800, $900. It was below $1,000, man, right? So I was just buying it, holding it, and stacking it. I didn't know what to do with it. I just said, I get this thing. I understand cryptocurrency. I understand this is the money of the future. I understand how people like us, international internet marketers, affiliate marketers, network marketers, whatever you want to call yourself, I understand how we can use this to make financial transactions across the globe. One of the biggest challenges being in this industry, and everyone will tell you this, is merchant processing. It's one of the biggest challenges in this industry is merchant processing. How many times have things got shut down or been frozen or whatever you guys want to call it because of some type of merchant processing dilemma or crisis? It's happened multiple times, guys. We got something that can't be stopped, guys. And the awesome thing about this is the product. Yes, USI is a technology and software company, but the product is money, guys. I mean, how cool that sells itself, man. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of convincing to show someone or convince someone that, you know, the product is money, man. And everybody wants more of it, and they want as much as they can get, guys. So, you know, how I got involved in this, and I'll let, you know, Jameson and Rodney tell the story, but, you know, Jameson got me involved in this. I guess Rodney did all the footwork. I've seen all the videos, Rodney, when you went to London, and thank you for that. Doing the research, boots on the ground, flew over there, interviewed the owners, checked out everything at the corporate level, and really did all the research and all the, you know, the hard work in the early stages of this. And Jameson got me involved, and I didn't even know I was involved for a couple of weeks, man. He just kind of like signed me up, man, and then, you know, got up with me, and he was like, man, Frankie, I got something for you. I got the Bitcoin multiplier that you're looking for. And when I finally could put the brakes on and take a look at this thing, I was like, oh, man, Jameson, this is perfect, man. I mean, this is exactly what, because my teammates were asking me for something in crypto or something Bitcoin related. They had been asking me for months, you know, Frankie, when are you going to get involved in some type of crypto thing? I'm like, listen, I'm just buying it and stacking it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to multiply it yet, but we're searching for something. And lo and behold, and Jameson has brought some really powerful offers to me in the past. Two in particular, and results not typical, guys, results not typical, but I've made in excess of $800,000 cash in hand from two offers that Jameson recommended to me. One of those offers, I'm actually the #1 affiliate in the world still to this day, and my income continues to climb. I get paid every single week, guys. And, you know, Jameson had to twist my arm to get me to even look at that and take a look at that thing, and I'm the #1 guy in the world. And it has totally changed my life, transformed my life beyond belief, just beyond anything I could ever have imagined. And this new offer is even more powerful, guys. It's the most powerful thing I've ever seen. And, you know, yes, we've had some pretty awesome money multipliers in the past. Yes, we have, but nothing like this. This is generational wealth if you want it. I'm talking about generational wealth. I'm talking about future generations in your family. You can build and you can do things with this that are just mind-boggling. And I'm actually deploying and implementing a 180-day strategy. I've got it all mapped out, guys. It's typed up in my book, and I follow it, guys. I follow my strategy, but I've got a 180-day strategy. And then beyond that, I have a strategy that goes on, you know, for another year or so. And I'm shooting for 8 figures plus, guys. I'm shooting for a very large number because I know it's achievable. I know I can reach it with this model and, you know, with this Bitcoin multiplier. And, you know, for myself personally, USI is just one component of a very large picture, guys. Okay. It's not the end of the road for me. It's just one piece of the puzzle to something giant, guys, something huge. And this is going to make some really big dreams come true. So, guys, I'm telling you, dream big and do big, because we've got something here that we've never had our hands on before. Nothing even comes close, guys. There's nothing you can even talk about that comes close to this. All right, Jameson, you're back, man. I kind of like stole the show for a minute, man.
Hey, very, very well said, by the way. And thank you for that. And, you know, I've been in the direct response marketing game for almost 20 years. And I was actually living outside of the country, living in Asia. And that's when Rodney had shown me this new offer. And I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking to make any changes. I was completely content with where things were and had, you know, a number of projects on the table. And most of what I do at this stage is I develop systems and do consulting for funnels and automated systems in the financial market, in the financial industry. And so, like I said, I had plenty on my plate. And then I saw this offer, USI Tech, when Rodney introduced me to it. And I was already pretty heavily involved with cryptocurrency, you know, doing some trading, stacking, holding. And when I saw this offer, I was pretty blown away. I wanted to make sure that it was 100% legit. But I thought, you know what, if this is the real deal, if this is what it looks like it is, then, you know, this could be game over. And so when I say that, part of what I'm talking about is, as direct response professionals, I mean, what we're looking at is, we're not only looking at the market, we're looking at, well, we're looking at the market first. You know, what does the market look like? Is the market ripe for something like this? And as far as cryptocurrency goes, I mean, we're staring at a market that is ripe for an offer like this. No one has ever seen anything like this before. People have heard of Bitcoin, they've heard of cryptocurrency, but the fact is that, I don't know what this exact number is, maybe 99% of the people out there have not yet begun to participate in this market. And part of the reason for that is their exposure, the amount of information that they have is limited at this point. And so really, we've got this massive, massive global market that is ripe for this. And all these people need, you know, a percentage of these people are going to come in. All they need is the information. And when people see the information, when they see what we're doing, they get excited about it, they get involved. And like Frankie said, I mean, we are just at the very beginning of this. And before I made the decision to participate, I mean, first of all, I have a lot of respect for Rodney Burton, absolutely a superstar. And so when he had shown me the offer, I took it seriously. You know, I promised that I'll take a very close look at it. And I'm thankful, you know, counting my blessings that I did, because this offer, like I said, we're just at the very beginning of this. I wanted to test it and see what it could do. Looking at the offer itself, and something else to understand is, you know, there have been a variety of Bitcoin multiplier related offers that have launched in 2017. And a lot of people tend to get hung up on compensation plans and things that usually don't really make a difference for that person. And what I mean by that is, you can have two offers, and one of the offers could have just a ridiculous compensation plan. And so you have one offer with just this crazy compensation plan. You've got another offer that doesn't pay as much, and the offer that doesn't pay as much could be far more lucrative. And it all comes down to the conversion rates. It all comes down to what percentage of people that view the offer, that view the presentation, how many of those people are actually getting involved. And that's what we look at. I mean, those are the numbers that we're paying attention to. Is we're not studying, of course we understand the compensation plans and everything else, but we're not judging an offer by the compensation plan. And that said, USI has one of the best, one of the most lucrative compensation plans in this market. But more than that, we have all of the pieces of the puzzle to put together powerful, viral presentations and viral systems. And that's where the money is. We have the skill sets, and between us, you know, the experience and the skill sets to make something like this go viral all around the world. And there is so much money to be made with something like this. Again, we've got one of the largest markets that there is, a massive global market, and something that has already proven to go viral. And that was part of my test in deciding to come on board with this, is I wanted to see what this offer could do with just a quick presentation. So I threw together a presentation, put it in the system. I made a single post on Facebook, and that's all I had done. And I'm not going to share quite yet the results of that. People are going to be absolutely blown away when they see the numbers. And it's because of the viral nature of what we have. And so that's where the money is in that viral growth. And again, you know, after talking things through with Rodney, talking through things with Frankie, showing the numbers to some good friends of mine, some major players in the US, they got excited about it. They wanted to come on board, and it just made a lot of sense for me to come back to the US so we could really begin to kick this off. And like I said, we have not even started yet.
Yeah, man, that's completely true, Jameson. We have this is our first live hangout, and I've been, you know, involved 104 days, and usually when I get involved in something, I usually hit it pretty hard. And the weekly hangouts is really the conversion factor in the internet marketing niche, in the, you know, the affiliate marketing scene, all that kind of deal. The live presence really is what converts a lot of people when they see more and more leadership step forward and saying, hey, we're using this to multiply Bitcoin. And it's very true, because I haven't done much either. And people are like, you know, they're it's mind-boggling, some of the numbers I've been able to produce, but it's really nothing. I haven't really gone crazy with this yet. I'm advertising, but I'm not spending that much money. I mean, I'm not at, you know, I haven't scaled up at all. I'm doing very minimal solo ads. I'm doing a blanketing my social media consistently, and also my social media is growing. So I am exposing my social media to cryptocurrency, to Bitcoin, to USI tech, definitely doing that and expanding that. But that's how it's mostly been done. I haven't even begun to scale, and I can begin to scale very soon because of the numbers. And I'm going to be in profit very soon. Of course, as advertisers and marketers, a lot of times we spend money in advance and we make our money back on the back end. Of course, it's very common, you know, even if you break even or lose money on the front end, it's okay because you're going to make money on the back end. But this thing being so new, being 104 days into it, and, you know, a friend of mine told me, you guys will probably know this name, but I won't say his name in here, but if you're not spending $1,000 a day, you're not even advertising. And that's true, guys. I haven't even begun to scale. I haven't even, you know, and you know, when you start talking about pushing traffic like that and then going up from there, you can just flood this thing with prospects. But then these live hangouts do the conversion, guys. These convert. And, you know, Jameson touched on quite a few things there, where most of the people in the world, most of the population, 99% of the population, maybe they've been exposed to Bitcoin, but they haven't engaged. They're not using it. They're not stacking Bitcoin, but they will be. They will be using it. It's a new form of currency, and they're going to want to use it. And this is going to solve a lot of problems. You know, there's people in other countries that they can't even get bank accounts. There's all kinds of craziness out there, guys, in the real world. It's not like, you know, in the United States, where it's not like that everywhere. You know, people have troubles in these third world countries and stuff. Guess what? Bitcoin is going to be like a perfect match for countries like that, undeveloped countries like that, as well as developed countries, guys. So this is truly an international offer right here that we have our hands on. And the growth is just going to continue because, once again, we've had this conversation. Jameson and I have had, you know, several conversations on the phone, and Bitcoin, or cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, it's money in reverse, meaning there's limited amounts of it. Governments can print unlimited paper money, and that money goes down in value constantly. But if there's limited Bitcoin, well, guess what? The more people that want it, the more people that buy it. Guess what happens to the price? And we haven't seen anything with that price yet. Yes, it's gone from 1,000 up to 4,000, whatever in change. It's pushing 5,000, whatever it is. We haven't seen anything yet. People are saying, and I've read this, I've researched it. I'm sure you guys do it too. You can go to YouTube and watch all the videos, all the speculation on the blogs, all that kind of stuff. It could hit $100,000 in 10 years. Bull crap. It's going to be way before that. Those people don't understand something that we understand. We have a major advantage over everyone. We understand viral content marketing. We understand it. We live it, guys. These machines that we have, my phone's behind me somewhere. These machines that we have, we call them cell phones. They're not cell phones. They're mobile television stations, guys. You can reach out and touch probably thousands of people, tens of thousands of people. I'm personally connected to over 225,000 people on social media, and that number's growing, guys. Now think about that. I can potentially put my message in front of 225,000 people. And when I put my message in front of those people, guess what happens? They could potentially put their message in front of thousands more. And it just keeps going and going and going. So the viral content marketing is going to come into play here at some point when Bitcoin does become a household name. It does become mainstream, and people start using it more and more and more. There's major retailers already accepting it. There's airline companies accepting it, guys. Overstock.com is accepting it, man. It's going to be accepted everywhere. If it's not, I mean, it's only a matter of time. And we're way ahead of the game. We're already in position to capitalize on this thing.
That's a very good point. Go ahead, Rodney.
Hey, Frank, I wanted to say this about yourself and Jameson, and one of the reasons why that I pursued this opportunity is because I definitely know that individuals like Frank, individuals like myself, individuals like Jameson, we can promote almost any offer, and we're going to do very, very well. And one thing I love to do sometimes, and Jameson always gets on me, is I like to speak for the people, or sometimes the small guy or the small gal, and help them make money as well, or earn money as well. And when I found out that the company said to me, and they said, Rodney, you can join USI today for free and then have a check tomorrow, that really got my attention. Because that was, to me, for the average girl, the average gal, or average guy can get in and really make something happen. Because I remember there were times when I first got started in internet marketing. Remember, guys, at that time, I had never seen the internet. I didn't know really what Facebook was. I didn't know how to I didn't know anything about traffic or social media presence or anything of that nature. So I needed something that was free for me to get in and use my skills that I knew from the streets in order to market. And I came up from there. So I always do things as looking at, can the average guy or average girl or below average guy or girl learn and get into a system that they can plug into and do well. And then when I flew over there and actually spoke with these guys, and I wanted to look into their eyes to see if they were the genuine people who really cared about their individual agents' success. And I saw that, and I said, okay, guys, Jameson, it's time to get busy. Because we have been in deals before where people just backdoor you, or it's not the real deal. And so we learn a lot to be very, very cautious when we're picking the deals that we're in, because our names are on it. And not everything in the world is going to be great. But the more and more we learn, the easier the easier it is for us to check to see if it's a real deal or not. And that's what Jameson was saying earlier. Just because it may have a better comp plan does not mean that it's better than what you have your hands on. It's the long term that actually fixes the race or finishes the race. That makes sense to Frank and Jameson?
Yeah, absolutely. And on that note, I mean, first of all, what I want people to understand is, me personally, I know Rodney feels this way. I know Frankie feels this way because we've had plenty of conversations about it. We all care so much about the people and due diligence. We do more due diligence than most of the people in this industry. As far as the due diligence process, most people don't even know how to effectively do their due diligence. And so we research these offers as much as we possibly can. And sometimes there's no way to see behind the curtain what's going on with a company. I mean, that is part of the risk of being involved in this industry, is there is no 100% guarantee with a company. And as far as USI Tech goes, I mean, that was the biggest thing for me. Is it's like, I mean, we're mass marketers. If we're going to build organizations, and there's some serious money with USI Tech by establishing an organization. If we're going to be building these organizations and dealing with the kind of money that is already being dealt with, I mean, there's some pretty serious money that's being made already. If we're talking about these kind of numbers, then I want to be involved with something that's going to be around for a really long time. And so I've looked at pretty much every quote unquote Bitcoin multiplier that has come to the market in 2017. And honestly, USI Tech is the only one of all of them that I was comfortable coming out and talking about publicly and attaching my name to. And I'll tell you right now, I am so thankful that we chose this path. And part of the reason for that is the transparency of the people behind the company, their track record of success, their business experience, and the vision that they have for USI Tech. That being said, the moves that they have been making right now, I mean, to me, it's like checkmate on the industry. And the reason I say that is, you know, with some of the information that has just come out recently with what USI Tech is doing to ensure compliance with the SEC, to ensure compliance with US regulations. I mean, this is so important, again, especially if we're going to be spending our time, our resources, and I don't just mean us, I mean you watching this, all of us, you know, if we're going to be spending our time, spending our resources building something, we want it to be around for a very long time. And honestly, you know, there are a lot of things that have been coming to the market. I'm not willing to touch any of these things if I don't know that they're doing the right things to ensure compliance, to ensure that they're going to be around for a long time. And that's what I see happening with USI Tech. And that's what makes me comfortable coming out publicly talking about this.
Hey, I agree 1,000%. I mean, I know before I can come to somebody like Jameson Palmer or Frank Calabro or any other leaders that we work with on a regular basis, I want to know, at least in my heart, that the due diligence that I've done, that it makes me comfortable enough to even bring it to you. Because, you know, I don't want to bring it to every deal to you guys and every deal fails, because we need each other as a team in order to prosper. And by me dealing with the owners on a regular basis, getting the firsthand information, I get to see some of the things that most people don't see. And these guys have went through a whole hell of a lot to get to the point where they have now the most largest SEC attorney law firm in the entire country, backing them up and giving them their legal opinion and documentation saying that, hey, upon our standards, that we are now 100% in compliance with U.S. regulations, both SEC and FTC. Now, how huge is that? What do you think, Jameson?
Yeah, that right there, like I said, that's like checkmate on the industry, because there is no other company in this market, no other, again, Bitcoin multiplier that can say that. And again, that's why this gives me so much confidence in bringing this to the public, because like Rodney said, we've got the largest SEC law firm that USI Tech is working closely with to ensure compliance. Any of these other companies, most of these companies are not taking any steps towards compliance. And again, if you're going to be spending your time, spending your resources, you want to be with a company that's doing things right, that's going to be around for a long time, right?
Yeah, not only that, like as you said earlier about the future, when speaking with the owners, they're ensuring that the future will be better as we go along. They're putting things in plan right now. I mean, we even have a new product coming out. I know it's hard to understand this, but it's even better than what we have right now. This could pay us in the field 65% more commissions. You know, I don't know how they're gonna be able to do that, but they're going to be able to do it, and it comes out in October. They're putting together the bells and whistles later, but they wanted the backbone of the actual product to be strong, as far as their servers, as far as the wording properly, the back office mechanics, and things of that sort. So that stuff is done, basically almost done now. There's still got a few more things to put in place, like support for, it has added 25 more employees to be able to answer all the questions in all different languages. And we will be able to actually make a phone call to support and talk to them directly to explain the problem and not just email. I mean, and that's a learning curve, of course, but you know, that's in place right now as we speak. So they're ensuring our success as well as theirs. And we have to remember that USI Tech, before us, before Rodney Burton, Jameson, and Frank, they were a software company that did Forex to only VIPs who had $100,000 or more to put in. So I mean, that's saying there. I mean, that's saying right there that they are a special kind of company. And now it's available just for anybody who can come in and join for free or put in 50 euros. They can, automatically go from zero to hero real quick. What do you think, Frank?
Yeah, man, you're absolutely right, man. And you touched on a couple things there. And one thing that we haven't talked about yet, and from a technology standpoint, I tell you what, that back office, I've never seen anything like that. The data, the reports that can be generated, I mean, it is mind-boggling. You can tell that traders, you can tell that sophisticated minds built that back office, because I've never seen data like that in anything we've ever got involved in. Also, the software. I mean, we have the trading software, which I set up and actually activated last night. And I actually built a brand new training. I'm going to release that within the next 24 hours. Hope to release that in the next 24 hours. So I'm going to release a brand new training for anyone in the United States. There's not a good a step-by-step blueprint to show you how to set up the trading software. So I've put that together. I've spent many hours on it and started my training, turned my trading software on last night. And it's trading on autopilot, which is pretty awesome. That's another revenue stream in itself, guys. I mean, that's your own deal. Nobody can take that from you. You've got your own broker account. You've got your own VPS. That's your own money, and you're trading. And you get free updates for life. We're on version 8 of the software, but the software is trading for me. I started it last night about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got up this morning and just opened it up, and I made $65, and I did nothing. The first 12 hours, guys. Man, I did absolutely nothing. I just turned it on, man. So that's pretty awesome right there. I mean, we are a technology, and software company, and our core product is that trading software, guys, and that's amazing. If you have not already taken advantage of that, take advantage of it. And I think a lot of people, maybe they're hesitant because they can't figure out how to use it or how it works. But I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to train you step by step by step. You're not going to be able to break the internet. I promise you. It's going to be idiot proof. The training that I put in place, I've got broke it down into 2 videos that you're going to do, and just follow through the steps. And I've got screenshots every single step of the way. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to share that and put that inside my USI Tech success system. I'm going to put that inside my marketing platform. It's just going to be another button back there. You're going to push on it. It's going to say, I don't know what the verbiage is going to say, USI software setup or whatever it's going to say. You'll click on it. You'll go to a training page. We'll actually show you how to set it up and how to run it. It's pretty simple, guys. It's pretty awesome. And there's another revenue stream for you. You can trade on the Forex market. You don't need any experience. That technology will do it for you. Pretty amazing, guys.
Hey, you know what I think that's really important, Frank and Jameson, is because we have some pretty large teams right now. How would you guys like, because most of you guys are on this team, period, for us to be able to speak with your team members on a weekly basis to help us, will help you convert your team into being activated into the BTC side and the Forex side, because we're going to start to actively go into depth weekly to make sure you guys convert well with people you bring inside of this system. Now that we know that we're 100% compliant, we can go harder to the paint like Michael Jordan did during the championship game. You know what I mean? So that is what is going to be super exciting. That is what I think Frank was waiting for. That is what Jameson was waiting for. And now that we have it. And I've been going to the main events, and the people in these events, these guys, there's some very, very huge guys getting into this. Do not let other people steal your lunch or eat your lunch. Get out there right now and share your link. Do it Instagram, do it Snapchat, do it Facebook, do it, however the best way you can do it. I'm sure that Frank, myself, and Jameson will be putting together some systems and funnels so you guys can run traffic too. I mean, I already have traffic sources. Jameson has traffic sources. Frank has great traffic sources. And we'll use all of our collective minds together to build or help you guys build your team. So what do you think about that, Jameson?
Yeah, absolutely. And, like I said, for me, everything up to this point has been part of a test to test things out. And I've never seen numbers like this with anything. And paid traffic, I mean, I've been playing the paid traffic game for many, many years. And, you know, again, Frankie has been running paid advertising, has just been killing it. And from my perspective, you know, a lot of people watch something like this and they're like, oh my goodness, you know, they see the numbers Frank does and they think, oh my goodness, I can't believe how many people he's bringing in. And at the same time, they're thinking, I can't do that. I mean, that's Frankie Calabro, that's Rodney Burton doing these numbers. I can't do that. And contrary, you know, I believe anyone can do this, because when you see people doing numbers like this, what they're doing is they're doing advertising correctly. And so if you're not seeing results, if you're not seeing numbers, if you're not, you know, if you're paying for advertising and you're not able to generate profit, then there's something that you're not doing right. Because when you do it right, it always works and it always makes money. And again, Frankie, how many people did you bring in the first couple months?
I mean, I got all my numbers right here. I mean, like, what do you want to, like,
Yeah, just, I mean, kind of share a little bit about some of the results that you've been seeing. And first, I mean, do you agree that, I mean, really anyone can do this if they're doing things right?
Absolutely. Listen, I'm sure there's new people on this hangout. Listen, guys, I was like the poorest guy in America 3.5 years ago. I mean, that's a true story. I mean, nobody in the world knew I was broke besides Jameson Palmer. I mean, nobody knew. And I mean, when I mean broke, I mean, I was making less than $1,000 a month, guys. I had $500 to my name. I had a bed, a desk, a kitchen table, and a 5-year-old laptop computer, which I still have that laptop in the other room. But that's all I had, guys, to my name. I started with zero, with nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. And yeah, man, I could share some of my numbers and such to show you guys. But I mean, I'm living proof that anybody can do this. And I just, what Jameson touched on was I advertised properly. Guys, I was living on $1 a day food budget. I mean, have you ever had to do that? I mean, some of you have. Some of you have been starving to death broke. I mean, Rodney's been starving to death broke. I know Jameson has been living out of his car broke. We've all been there, guys. I know, you know, people look at us now like, man, those guys are like millionaires. You know, they're rich and this and that and the other thing. But it wasn't always that way, guys. And it wasn't that long ago that I was broke, okay? And, you know, anybody can do it. Anybody. And listen, I've solved a lot of the headaches, a lot of the mystery, a lot of the what if questions, a lot of the, I've built a roadmap. I mean, anyone that goes through my training and if you're failing, it's because you're doing something wrong. You're doing something seriously wrong. And it might just be these fine-tuned things. You know, a lot of times people tell me I'm not getting results. So the first thing I do is I go to their Facebook profile. The first thing I do every time, and I look at their Facebook profile, and there's 123. They got 123 friends. I'm like, you got to. I mean, and you know, and their photograph is, you know, their pet is their pet. It's like their dog or their cat or their car or something. I'm like, people aren't going to join your cat, man. They're going to join you. They're join you, man. And I'll tell you guys a little secret out there, a little traffic secret, little bit of secret about becoming an influencer. And Jameson and I talk about this quite a bit. He's definitely mentored me over the years. And once I hit 5,000 friends on Facebook, which I had to work hard to do that, and I started doing that right at the first of the year in 2014, not long ago. And once I hit about 3,000, actually about 2,700 people on my email list, things started happening for me. And that's not a big audience. Once I had 5,000 friends on Facebook and I had an email list of about 2,700 subscribers, things started happening for me. So it doesn't take this big, huge, massive distribution network for you to make big money. I'm telling you that right now, guys. I had an email list, results not typical. I had an email list of like, you know, 30,000 subscribers and I'm making 60, 70 grand a month. Now you take a guy that was making $1,000 a month and fast forward some months, you know, a year later, and he's making 60, 70 grand a month. I promise you it's life-changing income. I'm talking cash in hand, guys. I'm not talking about numbers on a computer screen. I'm telling you it's life-changing. It's changed my daughter's life, both my daughter's life, my grandson, my mother, my dad. I mean, it's changed everybody's life, guys. My charity. I give more to charity every year now than I made in 2013, in 2012. I give more away to charity a year than I used to make. And I tell you what, guys, that's called living life on your own terms. But I can share my screen and I can show you guys, you know, some of the numbers, just some of the, you know, like I said, I've only been doing this 104 days, guys. I have not been doing this long. I mean, it hasn't been long at all. Can you guys see my screen? I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yep.
I mean, here was day one. I mean, May 17. I mean, and actually Jameson probably signed me up a few weeks before this, but I didn't do nothing because I didn't even know about it. But then I studied it and I was like, holy cow, man. I got so excited. And this was exactly what I was looking for. And you can see, you know, no paid traffic at this point. Matter of fact, I could look it up, but I didn't do my first paid advertising well into June. I mean, it might have been even after the 4th of July, I think. I think after the 4th of July, I don't advertise during major holidays. People are very distracted. But anyhow, you can see right here, you know, this is May 1st. I'm sorry, May 17th, my first day, and registered 13 people. I mean, I'm sorry, 39 people on the first day. That's my total team. But the direct number, I know it's hard to see, but there was 20 people that I personally enrolled that first day. And you can see as, you know, as the numbers go up, 165 people on a team. I actually sponsored 120 people and basically on the second day, guys. And I didn't do anything special, guys. I was just sharing this on social media. I was telling a portion of my list about this, not my entire list, probably less than 20,000 subscribers of my entire list. But I was telling and sharing this with them, right? And you can see 167 direct referrals. You can see the BTC packages also, guys, right? You see that? I got 8 BTC packages, and you know, my team has got 81 direct, and there's 91 on my group. If you guys, that's what these numbers are. If you're looking at this for the first time, but you know, just look at the growth, guys. I mean, just look at, you know, 258 people had come in on the 4th day. I mean, talk about my audience, my community, my following. I was showing them something that they wanted anyway. Okay. And I talked about this, about really dragging my feet about getting involved in Bitcoin because, you know, like Jameson touched on, I didn't see anything that I wanted to get involved in. And, you know, luckily Rodney and Jameson found something that Frank Calabro Jr. got very excited about, guys. And here I am, you know, 82 direct referrals. And just let me scroll up, guys. Let's just scroll up to like maybe the first week. Look at the growth in the first week. You can see, you know, 348 directs, and I got 121 BTC packages at this point right here within the first week in the business. And then, you know, let's just scroll up to like maybe the first 30 days or so, just so I can show you guys, you know, start to finish. What do we do like the first month or the first 30 days, just to show you the momentum. And this really started to get my attention. You know, I mean, it had my attention right away, but I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it to be like this. You know, here I've got a team of 2,800 people, you know, that's collectively the whole team, but I've sponsored, I mean, basically 1/3 of that, 33% or whatever that comes out to, right? 993 direct referrals. I mean, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to break 1,000 referrals. And I broke 1,000 referrals the next day. Look at this, 1,187 people. I mean, it grew by, what is it, like almost 200 people in a day? And I'm saying to myself, this thing is highly popular. You talk about the right offer at the right time. And timing is everything, guys. Timing is you come to the market with an offer and the timing's not right and it doesn't take off or it just falls. Timing has a lot to do, and Jameson will tell you about this. It's got a lot to do with the offer. And you talk about having the perfect offer at the perfect time. This is proof that this is the perfect offer at the perfect time. And then, you know, I'll just scroll up a little bit more. You know, I'm not going to bore you with all the details here. Let's just go forward like another month. Let's just see what we did, you know, another month into this. And you guys should do this. This is like a daily journal. And what I do is we log down our results every day. Basically, we want to know if our business is growing or dying, right? And that goes for anything in our business. We want to know if our business is growing or dying. I mean, what's going on with our business? And if you track your results and do like a daily journal like this is going to tell you a lot of stuff. There's a lot of information that you can draw from this data. But you can see day 60 right here. Look at this. We got a team of 7,200 people. Personally sponsored over 2,100 people, almost 2,200 people. 962 BTC packs, and this is only 60 days into it, guys. Okay, so, and listen, like I said, I've built some really massive teams before, but nothing this fast, nothing like this. nothing with this, gaining this kind of momentum this quickly, into the game. Let's just go forward one more month and I'll come back to the hangout. Maybe I'll show you guys a couple of tools that I have, a couple of things that I'm working on, and I can show you a little bit more about how I'm doing this. But basically, I've automated this, guys. I don't do any of this. Like, I'm gonna tell you something right now, guys. I know my numbers are mind-boggling, but here's the truth of the matter. I don't know how to sponsor. I don't know how to prospect. I don't know how to enroll anybody. I don't know how to recruit anybody in the world. Yet I'm one of the top producers on the planet. Now, how is that possible? I'll show you in a minute how that's possible, but you can see 90 days into this thing, we're at, 3261 direct referrals. We've got a team of over 10,000, almost 11,000 people on the team. And the BTC packs are climbing up to, 1,700 range. Okay. But how I do this, guys, is I basically automate the system. I send people to a landing page. I make them put their email in. If they want to see what I got, they're gonna put their email in. And then, we take them through. I actually took them to Jameson's video. I used Jameson's video, and I built a marketing platform around Jameson's video. I'm like, why not leverage Jameson's expertise and combine it with my own expertise, right? Combine it together and give people the total package here. Let Jameson explain USI. Now, there's a misconception out there that, you've got to be the name, you've got to be the voice of the offer and all that kind of stuff to make the most much money. That's not true, guys. I've made a fortune off using other people's systems, and that's definitely a myth. I can tell you that right now. You can make a fortune and let someone else be the presenter or be the voice or do the presentation. I mostly have always done my presentations over the last few years, and I will do presentations for USI Tech. I will, but you don't have to be that voice. You don't have to be that face. But then I combined, Jameson's presentation with my own success system, and I basically just walk people through it. The fast start system setup. I give them multiple times to get involved, and then I show them how to get traffic. How do you do it? How do you duplicate and replicate? Well, here's how it's done, guys. And here is what I talked about a little bit earlier. As I built this software setup, and of course I have to make this video. I just, it's going to be populated in this page, but I'm going to walk people through basically the 4 steps right here and how to get the trading software set up. And you can see it's just a preview. I got step-by-step screenshots. I'm going to show you what to do, show you how to fill out the forms, how to set up your brokerage account, what documentation you're going to need to verify your account. All this, guys, I've got all this put together. I'm going to share this with the whole world. And that's another thing, guys, is, we'll adopt anybody, even if you're not on our team. If you need help, you're going to get it, guys. Okay. We don't turn anybody away. So you're going to get help. If you're a straggler out there and you need help, well, you found a home, guys. Team up with us and, send your prospects here and we'll convert the people for you each week. It's another thing that we'll do is let us do the heavy lifting for you. Okay. And, I leaned heavy on Jameson, back in my early career, and it was the best thing I ever did, guys. But there it is, guys. There's the training. I'm just giving you guys a little preview. I'm showing you how this is going to work, and literally step-by-step screenshots, how to set everything up, how to get everything going. There's going to be a part 2, another video in here. I'm going to show people how to get the VPS, how to set that up. All this training is right here. I'm going to have this completed within the next 24 hours, and then I'm actually going to insert this into my marketing system. I'll actually insert it in here. I'll probably put another button over here, button number 7. I'll label it, and you guys are gonna have access to this. So here's how I'm getting all those signups, guys. I'm just automating the process. I'm automating the presentation. I'm automating the selling, the explaining, the training. It's all automated, guys. Do the work once, and then let the system continue to print money for you, guys. And this is how you train warriors, guys. This is how you build this massive distribution network, and this is how you set people up for success. Because I tell you what, now my training in here, what is it, like number 5 right here, this success blueprint. I believe this is where the training is. This page or this button, yeah, this training right here, guys. I value this training at $60,000, and I'm giving it away for free. I'm showing people what I do. A 7-figure earner, what I'm doing on a daily basis. I'm showing you what I do. I'm giving you a plan of, okay, what if I'm broke? Well, how do I start from zero and become a hero? How do I do it? Well, I'm showing you the numbers. What does it really cost to run your business? How can I start from nothing, and how can I have my business pay for itself I'll show you how to do it, guys. I'll show you how to do it. You know what amazes me is few people watch this training. I'm just blown away that, and I'm telling people contact me. I'm like, what are you talking about? That training is inside my success system. Are you following it? Are you doing what I do every day? Listen, guys, let me come back over to the Hangout. Let me come back over. Okay, am I back? I think I'm back. I lost my train of thought there for a second.
That's really good stuff, and I just want to bring something up here. I was looking at the number that you had at the end of, I think it was August 15th, and you had brought in, I can't remember how many people, but the team was over 10,000. I don't remember what that number was. Because, I mean, this is something that we talk a lot about behind the scenes. I mean, one of my topics of conversation before getting involved with something like this is, but what about the people? How well can the people do? Because if the people are doing well, then everything's going to be successful anyway. So people like you watching this, how well can people like you do? And so, Frankie, with all of that being said, what about the people on your team? What kind of results are they seeing? The ones that are actually taking action and making something happen.
They're making it happen, man. I mean, I'm going to bring some of them in here. I want them to, I want to highlight people that are taking the ball and running with it. There's nobody that's failing out there. There's nobody out there that's telling me they're not getting signups. They're not building a business. Every single person that is engaged is getting results. Now, the amount of energy and the tactics that you're following, is going to equal the result. Okay. Yes, my results are not typical because I live this, guys. I breathe this, guys. It's a belief, okay? And when I tell someone I'm going to do it, it's a done deal, guys. And nobody doubts me. And that's got a lot to do with it. There's a lot of people that are fearful. They live in a state of fear. And, I used to be a broken person. I get it, man. I get it. My mind, my heart, and my spirit was broken at one point. I didn't believe in myself for years, actually, and I hid it well. But listen, if you're looking to learn some new skills, just plug into my training. I'm telling you, I'm showing you guys what I do on a daily basis. And every single person that is engaged is having results. There's people that have sponsored hundreds of people already using my system and you are using some other system. Everybody is getting positive results. I have not heard not one negative thing in the last 104 days. And I've sponsored a lot of really savvy marketers, but also a lot of new people that are also gaining traction.
Well, I know Frankie understands this. Rodney understands this. I want to say one last thing. Just one of the right offers, of course, at the right time, just one right offer with the right strategy can be life-changing. So it's the right offer at the right time with the right strategy can change your life.
That's exactly what happened to me, man.
That's exactly right. And I got to say, I'm blown away myself with the documentation that Frank has. And his system is definitely working like a charm. I mean, it's definitely blowing my results away.
I mean, guys, I got like handwritten reports. This is my USI Tech report. I fill this out every morning. I mean, I literally fill this out. I mean, I'm a 7-figure guy, man. I mean, and I still take a pen and I write stuff down. Yes, man.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. I mean,
and then we file these at the end of the month, and I could pull these out and I could look at month to month to month. I can look at these. I mean, you could use a spreadsheet. I mean, you could do it on your computer, but for me, if I physically write it down and I'm putting my energy into it, there's a difference than I'm just typing something on my computer on a spreadsheet. You know what I'm saying? But if I put my energy into things, it just comes back. I mean, that's the way the universe works, guys, for me. Okay. I mean,
hey, Frank and Jameson, let me ask you a question. So what do people want to know? What do people want to know right now? Are we going to be engaged with doing this on a regular basis, starting now, weekly presentations, weekly Q&A, weekly, marketing strategies with our team starting now? Is that what we're going to be doing?
Absolutely. I'm in.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Absolutely. Kick this off. I mean, this is, in my eyes, this is the first of many presentations or hangouts, and we're finally ready to kick this off.
Yeah, it only took 104 days.
Well, after the U.S., I mean, actually, this is really, we just launched basically in the U.S. right?
Saturday, right, correct,
Saturday.
right,
So
yeah.
this is really
The beginning.
yeah, this really is the beginning. And I'll tell you another thing is summer's coming to an end. And we know because, we're in the industry, is the busy season, September, October, November. I mean, those are just prime months. It's just, it's prime months. People are going to start getting out of vacation mode and they're going to start focusing, and the kids are back in school and people are thinking about making money again. And of course, it's the same thing after the holidays, January, February, March, April, all the way up until Memorial Day weekend. People are very focused on making money. Well, in the fall, it's the same way, guys. I mean, we're catching another thing about timing, guys. Here it comes. We got September, October, and November, and I always kill it those 3 months. Always, guys. This will be no different. So here we are coming to the table here, bringing a live presence to USI Tech, and we'll come online every week, and we'll show the presentation. We'll show the plan. We'll bring in different guests. We'll bring in different leaders. We can teach different traffic methods, different strategies, whatever you guys want to do. This is your hangout, but I can tell everyone out there watching this, bring your prospects here. We'll convert them. We'll do the explaining. We'll do this.
Yeah, not show up at any of these hangouts without bringing someone to the table. Sorry.
Oh yeah, share this on social media, share it everywhere. What I can do is I can create the link early. You guys will have it in advance, and you can send it to your list or however you want to do it. Put it on your hangout pages, your landing pages, or your sales pages, however you guys want to work it. And I can give you the link in advance so you can get it out to your people. And then let us do the heavy lifting for you. Let other leaders come in here, and if you want to be in here, we'll bring you on the panel. Absolutely. And let us do the heavy lifting for you. And I'm just telling you guys, once you connect to success, you'll be success. In 2014, I started hanging out with two 7-figure earners, and 28 months later, what happened? I became a 7-figure earner. That's no coincidence, guys. You've got to be connected to success, okay? And once you're known to be being connected to success, you won't be a one-hit wonder. I mean, I've been the #1 man in the world 6 times. I mean, 6 times, guys. Now, I've met people in this industry, they've had success once. And then how come you didn't have success again? And again and again? Why? Because they never built a distribution network. They never connected themselves to success, guys. They didn't learn the real skills that they needed. That's what you're going to learn from us. You're going to learn the real skills it takes to be around long-term, guys. Offers come and go, right? That's true, but we got something here. And like Jameson said, game over. We can build generational wealth off this one, guys. Generational wealth, okay? The more Bitcoin you have, I'm telling you, the more you're going to want to have. And then when other people want to have it and you got a whole bunch of it, it's just going to skyrocket. Supply and demand. It's simple, guys. It's very simple.
Oh, one thing about me, hey, I know about supply and demand, my good brother.
And on that note, I just want to say that, again, I've been doing this kind of stuff for almost 20 years, started offline, then moved to online. And I've sold pretty much everything you can imagine online, from tangible goods, supplements, information products. And I can tell you right now, I mean, I've been tremendously blessed to be involved in some very successful projects over the years. I've never seen anything with this much potential. And so that's one of the things that you want to think about is, again, when you're investing your time, when you're putting effort into something, you want to put your time, put your effort into something that's going to be the most rewarding for you, that's going to give back the most to your life. And not only is this one of the most lucrative opportunities that we've ever seen, this is something that can create freedom in your life. And if you know anything about me, that's real big for me. Is I'm always about creating as much freedom as possible. So the money's there, the freedom's there. We can show you how to get there. We can help you to plug into the right things with the right strategies, and we'll do everything that it takes to help you get there. I think Absolutely. You're muted, Rodney.
Rodney, do you want to cover anything? Because you were at the event that we maybe didn't touch on, and just just maybe pass out any updates that we didn't touch on, possibly.
Sure. Can you guys hear me?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Number one thing I think that will be very exciting is in the very near future. I don't know what day. I don't know if I should even say this, but no problem. that you won't even have to be able to buy the Forex license and you still can be qualified for all 12 levels. In the very near future, that is coming up. I believe you may have to have like 25 packs total, and then you only have 25 packs and you're qualified. Something to that nature. I'm not sure the exact details yet. That is one of the new things that will be happening in the very near future. Also, that they're coming out also with and another system that we can add to what we have right now in the very near future that has all the bells and whistles to it. It has the compliance in it. It has this and that, anything you need to help close your people. That's coming up. The big event where the new product comes out on October 28th in London. Though for those who are there, would be the first ones to get the hookup. I'll say that much: the hookup on the new product that's coming out on October 28th in London. I will be there. For those of you who qualified, which I'm sure, I think Frank and James have both qualified for the actual Mallorca trip in Spain, October 4th, October 5th through the 8th in Mallorca, Spain. You don't want to miss that either. Where we'll be right in Spain, next door to where the owners live, hanging out. I mean, these guys aren't hiding. We're going to where they live at, and they're having a whole weekend freedom trip that we'll be doing jeep excursions, yacht excursions, champagne excursions, dinner excursions, and who knows what happens after 12 o'clock at night, So those are some of the other things coming up. We're also be getting into some mining things and some other cryptocurrency things. There's a lot of new stuff that's coming aboard. These guys have got their things lined up for us in USI Tech. What else we got to go over of what happened? I think I was going over they're adding more support to the company. They're making sure all of a whole new back office is coming. Oh yeah, and guess what? For you, if you guys need a tool or an incentive to help bring your team on, in the very near future, after October, you will be able to say, hey, look, how about this? I'll bring you in. I'll place you under Jameson Palmer. I'll place you under Frank Calabro or whatever, because you'll be able to place your people where you want them at so they can have, spillover or get, more commissions as an incentive. That is also coming out. You'll be able to see that in your back office. So there's a lot of things coming that you guys have not seen yet or heard yet. It's coming. I've seen bits and pieces of it myself. And if you think the back office is good right now, wait till you see it after October. Wait till you see it after October. I mean, it's going to be something to marvel at. It's going to be, oh my precious, like, in the Lord of the Rings. So I'm so excited about all the new things that's coming. I don't know if anybody out there has any questions. Do we have a chat out there that we can read and see if there's any questions out there? I see one chat right here, but I don't see anybody in it, but three. But no worries. You guys can also go back to our Facebook group and ask questions in the group. Frank is in there. I'm in there. I also will make Frank an admin as well, so he can, because he posts so much in the group. I don't have time to always put his post in there when he wants it there. So Frank, today you'll be an admin in that group, and you'll be able to do what you want in there, as well as Jameson. Jameson's always admin, but he's always busy.
Yeah, I understand that. But listen, everyone out there that, listen, if anyone, first of all, you want to share this video with your entire team, share it with everybody. And if you're watching this for the first time out there, you want to get involved, get back with the person that shared this video with you, okay? And, team up with that person, get started, plug in, and we'll help you get started, guys. You're in the right place at the right time. And this is really the team that you want to be on. There's no doubt about it. We've got a well of resources and tremendous talent. Of course, just the three of us are in here right now, but you guys, we're going to highlight some really amazing leaders across the globe, international leaders, I might say, and you guys are going to be blown away by some of the people. I can't even believe just the quality of people that I've personally sponsored. I mean, yes, I have a lot of new people, and listen, I'm all about working with that new person and helping that new person break through and gain traction and learn new skills. But when you got household names in the industry coming in, just constantly coming in, I'm just like, wow, man. And these people came to me. I didn't approach nobody. They all came to me. I mean, every single one of them. Guys, like I said, I'm not kidding you. I don't recruit. I don't prospect at all. I don't even know how to do it. But they come to me, man. They come to me. You want to be chased. You want to be the hunted
guy.
You want to be the hunted. Yeah, you want to be the hunted, and we'll show you how to do it, because this entire team is going to be hunted. You know, and it's already happening, but it's going to get worse, or should I say better? So,
better.
You know. All right, Jameson. All right. Any closing remarks? Anything you want to say before we sign off here?
Well, what I want to say is now is the time to pay attention. Like, stay tuned in, because there's so much that we're getting ready to do. Like we said, we're going to go ahead and start kicking off these live meetings. But with what we have now, because of the results and what we've been collecting, we're able to create things, create campaigns, marketing that's 100 times more powerful than what we've had up to this point. And so again, you didn't miss out on anything. We're just getting started, and now is the time to pay attention. And if you're not yet involved, now is the time to get involved. So thank you for being here.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Thank you, Jameson. Also, they're adding a Bitcoin exchanger to the website. So when people come to USI and they're ready to get in, we'll have our own exchange where people can use your credit card and purchase Bitcoin right there on the spot to get inside of USI.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah,
I've heard stuff like that. I've been hearing about that.
Yeah, and it'll be at the market rate, 7%, 8%, 9%, whatever the record rate is. But, you can do it right on the spot, just that fast, just that easy, get in. You won't be scourging around looking for Bitcoin, who has it, and being scammed or whatever. You'll be able to do it. Just be a one-stop shop right here at USI. So get excited about that, and get excited about the things that are coming. Get excited about working with Frank, Jameson, and myself, because we're here to do whatever it takes to help you guys succeed. When we succeed, you succeed. That's all I got to say. Thanks.
All right, we're going to close this thing out. I just want to thank everyone for coming out. Thanks, Jameson. Thank you, Rodney. You guys have been a well of awesome information as always, and always learn from you guys. Hanging around with other leaders, guys. It sparks a lot of ideas, and it'll stretch your mind. You'll start going another way. Start going in other directions, and you just refine your skills, guys, as you go forward and hang out with us. So we'll do this again next week, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know we're catching a lot of time zones by doing it at that time. I know we're catching Europe, which is awesome. Got massive teams over there in Europe. I know most of my following is outside of the U.S., and most of my teammates are in London. I'm famous in London, guys. If you guys know that or not.
I'll see you in London. That's
the only place I'm famous, I think. Here in the United States, they ignore me. They don't know who I am. But unless I'm in Vegas, I guess. People walk up to me, "You're Frank Calabro Jr." I'm like, how do you even know who I am? But same time next week, guys. We'll kick this thing off. I'll get the link out early. We'll share the link in the groups. You can get it out to your teams. And we'll just take this thing week by week, and we're going to do some big things together. So that's going to be it, guys. We're going to sign off. You guys share the link. Get back with the person that shared this video with you. Get enrolled. Get started for free, guys. Free is the price tag. You can get enrolled for free, okay? And then we'll show you what to do from that point forward. All right, guys, we're signing off.
Peace.
Thanks, Frankie. Thanks, Rodney.
Good night, everybody. Guys.